Hello, once we finish set up all of the required master data in the system, the three financial accounts and the vendor, we can start on building the journal entries from step 5. So step 5, post the transfer of the funds to alternative bank account. So that's the one we explained in class. Transfer $5,000 from the existing main bank account to the new bank account we created in step 1. So for journal entry management, we can go from financial accounting, accounts payable, and then post journal entries, like post the new journal entries. So click on the tile. Oh, I need to confirm my login again. And from here, that's the main user face to enter journal entries directly under the SAP system. So first, we need to specify the date. I can use a calendar or input manually. We are assuming the posting date will be the same. Okay, so I'm doing the automatic. And also use the default for the journal entry type is related to the regular transactions. The other options will be asset posting, depreciation, but we have the standard. I think you have lots of other choices. So SA means GL account document. Oh, oh, just the cancel. I will stay with my current option, and then the company code will be US 00, our main company code, and the currency will be USD. And the title, the header information for the journal entry. Now we put the account, like your debit account, credit account, and the values. So once we specify the company code, once I move on to the line items, later the company code will pop up. So normally, again, we follow the debit, credit, the journal entry rules. Normally, the debit go first before all of the credit accounts. So I'm debiting the new bank account we created. So mine is select the correct one. There's some other cash or bank account available. Okay, so use the one. And under here, we need to put a debit $5,000. And then under the GL, the next, the credit account, we need to put the main bank account. Be careful, select the one under US, not the German. So then otherwise you may run into errors later. So this one, but this one is the bank we are transfer from. So under the credit, we put 5,000. So debit the new bank account, credit the existing bank account for $5,000. And even you don't need to, for like the same account, only one side is needed, but keep those zeros. Okay, otherwise, again, you may have errors. Debit, if you may ask, how about if I have more than 2 accounts in the journal entry, you can continue add lines, add rows for holding the items, okay, using this plus signs. But for me, that's about before you post. So once you post, it's like save. So before you post, I want to do a checking. Okay, so ask the system to check my inputs. So we use the simulate as a checking procedure before I save all of the inputs. So you can see that's like a summary for what we just added. So debit, credit, credit, debit, and then the new bank account, existing bank account. But this is not a formal document yet. Okay, so you need to save. And this is like a view, like a preview. For us to add it to the system formally, we need to put post. And then it's become a formal document. This is the document number, like your journal entry number, like the first one in the system. Uh, you can reverse, there are editing functions reverse, but that's normally for other situations. Okay, but for step 5, we finish. We adding a new journal entry correctly. Then continuously, I'm going back to check, okay, to review. So how, like after some time, how I can review the journal entry. And let's do step 6 from here. So first, let me go back to not the home page, okay, under the accounts payable, I'm going to manage. Like manage means you can view, edit, and do some other functions for the existing journal entries. So click on the tile. So this is step 6, manage journal entry tile. Click on that. Now you should be able to see the journal entry we have entered if you have done step 5 correctly. So for us to view it, and I can click on the arrow from here. Okay, that's give all of the kind of the same, screen after we did the posting, right? So it's confirming you have all of the right choices. If you have multiple, so let me go back to the prior page. So if you have more journal entries entered, it will be listed underneath based upon the posting date. I think if you see the handouts, you also can go from here, click on this number and manage journal entry. Yeah, it's getting the same information. So once you get more familiar for the modules, there may be more than one ways to do a transaction or typing the journal entry. So everything is right, but in case, so if you want to add it, okay, there are some other, I think, you may, so for example, I put a wrong bank account, a wrong bank account. I can click on the, the row 1, go from here. And do editing. Okay, I don't know whether we can do it directly, but there should be options available for editing, but here is like more detail, okay, rather than really a editing function available for the debit account. Or if you want to see more details of the credit account, okay, that's like, the detailed page. So go back. And then, so that's summarize our step 5 and 6. Create a new journal entry for transfer fund and review the journal entry later.